Now, welcome to another review cap of The Mandalorian Season 1. This will be of the second episode, The Child.
Chapter, not episode.
Oh, I did it again.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, The Child.
Yep. Alright, we'll go over the plot first. Mando, now with his bounty in tow, is returning to his ship, but more bounty hunters show up to go after the child because for some reason lots of people still have fobs. And I bet somehow these guys aren't from the guild.
They don't see, I mean,
if you're with the guild, I think
those
you
dirty
have to
Trandosians
respect
aren't
that
from the
somebody
guild.
else already has the bounty.
Yeah, there are rules,
There are
right?
rules. I mean, they
We
made
saw
it very
how
clear with the
IG-11
first
made her-
episode that there
yeah.
are rules.
IG-11 knew the rules quite well. He was proclaiming them.
So I believe these ones were not from the guild. Because or else I don't think they would have tried to take another guild member's bounty because he could get them expelled from the guild.
Which brings us back to the question, what the heck is going on? Why are multiple bounty hunters after them? How does the fob work? So many questions.
So many questions, so little answer.
Yep.
But Mando, he got cut in the process of his destroying the other group after he disintegrated the last Transocean right in front of Grogu.
Yep. Who didn't even flinch?
Nope.
Well, he's seen some violence, so I guess that makes sense.
But, he got cut and Grogu wanders over because as
He's
we
gonna
know
force
from
heal
the
him, yeah.
future, Grogu wants to heal him.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was trying to do back then.
And Mando just puts him back in his pod.
That was before force healing became a thing in canon, though. But I thought that's what he was going to try to do. But I thought he would fail at it because we don't have force healing in canon. Mm-hmm.
Then he finds out that Jawas are salvaging the Razor Crest. He proceeds to disintegrate 3 of them.
Yep.
Right off the bat. Bang,
and
bang,
chuck
bang.
like 2 more off the sandcrawler. Yeah.
Which apparently doesn't kill people because he eventually, after a thrilling chase, he climbs the sand crawler.
Is it a chase when you crawl up the side of a...
Yes. It's a
it's
battle
moving. It's a
and
moving
chase.
vehicle.
They're throwing stuff at you, whatever.
Okay.
He gets to the top, gonna demand his stuff back, and like 12 Jawas jump him, stun
They
him,
zap
push him
him,
off.
yeah. And he falls a good, 100 feet.
Yep, and he's fine.
He's fine. It's fine. Falling doesn't kill people in Star Wars.
No.
Neither does cutting them in half or many different things don't kill people in Star Wars. Sadness. Sadness is your real thing you gotta fear in Star Wars.
He goes back to his ship and he tries to start it anyway. Because
I didn't get that. Like,
oh no,
did
come
he
on.
think...
It's like when your car when you look at it, you're like, it's not
you're
running.
right.
But you're like, you know what? Let's just it's that last ditch I'm just really just maybe.
Yeah. There are times when you know your car is down for the count, yet you're like, maybe it'll start. No, it's not going to start.
You knew it wouldn't. You tried anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So Mando decides I'll just go visit Queel because he's very sad right now and he needs some sort of solution.
He needs a friend.
Queel suggests / orders Mando to trade with the Jawas to get his ship back.
You would think the Jawas wouldn't be in the trading mood, considering he killed 3 and potentially
But they
killed...
didn't kill him because they knew that he'd need to trade with them.
Yeah. Well, I know what their whole goal is,
It's just like
right?
in Kenobi, where Tiku or whatever stole parts to his evaporator.
Yes, and sold it back to them.
Sold it back to him. That's what they
Jawas
do.
Yeah.
They aren't gonna kill Mando. Why? Because we know he's got to come back to us to buy his parts back.
I get what the con here is. I get it. But
it's a good con.
It's not
Seems to
bad.
usually work out in their favor, doesn't it?
Sell stuff back to the people you stole it from. It seems like it shouldn't work, but
it does.
It does.
It does. And we see Grogu eat his first frog.
Yes, first of many weird things that he will eat. Some potentially sentient things.
So Queel takes Mando back to the Jawas as they're setting up their little shop trade. Mando does not look cool riding on the back of the wagon.
What do you mean he doesn't look cool?
He doesn't look cool.
He made it look cool.
No. He did a lot of not cool in this episode.
He made
I'm
Sidecar
sorry.
cool.
No, he didn't.
That's all I'm going to say.
And they want him to put down his weapons. We get another one of our great quotes of the series. I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are a part of my religion.
Sounds like prequel dialogue. I don't know.
So he sits with the Jawas, which apparently Queel speaks Jawa pretty fluently, and Mando speaks it poorly,
Decently.
but enough.
Yeah, decently. Gets by.
First, they want his
Serviceable.
Beskar. Okay,
No deal.
that's a no. Second, they want Grogu.
No deal.
No deal. And then they're like, bring us the egg. Suga. Sorry.
That egg must taste really good if one egg gets you
Hey,
all your parts
spoilers,
back.
we aren't there
including
yet.
your toilet. They took his toilet. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
Well, they did.
So Mando gets a ride to the egg. He, again, looks really uncool. Riding up top in the sandcrawler where he can't stand up straight. He can barely sit up straight.
That wasn't as cool.
It's not riding cool again. So he gets to fight the Great Mudhorn.
Is that what it was called? It looked like a butt kicking to me.
It's a Mudhorn. He fights the Great Mudhorn.
Yeah.
Which
he rolled around in the mud with it a little.
Definitely not winning.
No.
But I love that when he fights, he uses his entire arsenal.
Yes.
He used his pistol. Then he's trying to use his disintegrating blaster. Then he's pulling out the flamethrower. Then he's down to the knife. He uses it all. The
he
whole
needs those
arsenal.
Whistling birds he's about to get. Spoilers.
You are just spoilers. You're no fun. You're no fun. It's not important. He didn't need any of that because Grogu saved the day. Right when the Mudhorn is about to charge him down, Grogu stops the Mudhorn in his tracks, giving Mando the opening he needs to strike the killing blow.
Yes, right in the side of the head.
Yep. Brain box.
Yeah, the brain box.
Yep.
So
he gets the egg. He gives it to the Jawas. The Jawas...
Give him everything back?
No, the Jawas first they have to promptly eat the egg.
Well,
shows how valuable that really was. All they wanted was some lunch.
Suga. You do a really good Jawa. You're short enough. You could get in the little cave
Whatever. And stuff. I am not that short.
Yeah, you're short.
So they gave Mando all of his ship parts back. They loaded it up on the sleigh, just like the Grinch who stole Christmas. That is what it looked like.
Okay. The Jawa's hearts grew 3 times
out from exhaustion. Their stomachs grew 3 sizes that day. Grogu is passed out from exhaustion. Kuiil and Mando put the ship back together with the power of teamwork. Probably better than before, to be honest, because I think Kuiil is a very competent mechanic.
I don't know why, but I thought you were going to say the power of love, but
no.
Glad that wasn't it.
No. Yeah, but I think it's better than before. Kuiil seems very competent.
Well, no, he fixes IG-11 and reprogrammed. The dude knows what he's doing. He knows
what he's doing.
He got trained well by
Plus
the Empire.
Plus he's an Ugnaught, and all Uggnaughts seem to be top-ace
What are you basing that off of? Empire Strikes Back when they're throwing C-3PO's head around and playing Keep Away from Chewbacca? Oh yeah,
Rebels.
Resistance. All right.
There's always Ugnaught engineers for some reason.
Was it in Resistance too? I remember Rebels, or did you?
There was definitely an Ugnaught in Resistance who did stuff with ships.
You could say that, and I wouldn't know because I don't remember.
Good.
Now I want to go watch Resistance again. Not really.
Mando wants Kuiil to come with him and join in as a member of his crew, but Kuiil refuses. He's retired, He's happy where
free.
he is.
He's free. It was about being
That's
free.
That's all he wants. He doesn't want to be beholden to anybody. He is free. So Mando takes off. Grogu wakes up. So ends the episode. I have spoken.
Yeah. Good episode. It was a solid, simple, good storytelling episode.
Mm-hmm. I don't like seeing Mando get beaten up so much. Because everyone wants him to, after that first opening sequence in the first episode of establishing the badass nature of Mando, and weapons are part of my religion.
I mean, he did take down the Trandoshan's, right? He took them down pretty handily. There were 3 of them. These are trained
bounty hunter, mercenary,
hunter, slave hunter, whatever they all might be. Trandoshan's dealing some bad stuff. So, he took them down. I think that kind of makes up for the butt kicking he received.
From the Jawas?
I guess, he was getting the best of the Jawas until he got to the top, and it was oops, there's 20 of them, and they're all going to shoot me. He was he took out 5 of them. That was a good trade.
Okay.
But the Mudhorn won. If it wasn't for Grogu, he would be stomped into the mud permanently.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other things that are probably in that mud, too.
Oh, we've talked about it. I've suggested alternate names for the Mudhorn.
Yeah, and they started with S and ended with T,
Yeah. Not with horn. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough. But no, again, I think this is a fun, good episode.
It is. Slow setup, which is nice. Giving us good depth, looking at this character, looking at how he interacts with other people.
Yeah.
Giving us a nice idea of who this person is.
Yeah, it's just good, solid storytelling. Just kind of, it's simple, sure, but it conveys really well. It's fun to watch. All right, well, that is going to be all we got for you this time. So do take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of Chapter 2 of The Mandalorian Season 1, The Child. Mm-hmm. Or join us for the next one, Chapter 3, The Sin, I believe that one's called, if I'm remembering right. Anyway, take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of the episode. And until next time, thanks for watching.